Welcome to the Modern Skein in Montgomery, Texas. We're in a sweet little town about an hour outside of Houston or 45 minutes from the airport. There is so much to see inside, so let's go get started.
Hi, my name is Sharon Graff, and I'm the owner of the Modern Skein.
And we're gonna take a tour around the store. Tell us, as you just come right in the front door, what do you have in this room?
You're greeted with our feature table.
Ooh.
So it changes week to week. So this week we happen to have a new indie dyer from Pacific Northwest. So we have her trunk show featured up here. We have, new books, new notions, whatever's new, interesting in the shop. Got that all here. And then you're going to move right over here and you're going to see, not all, but quite a few of our samples that we have made up for people to
You
browse.
have so many.
Yes, and that's just a little bit of them.
Do you knit most of these?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Not all of them. I would say probably around 80%.
Wow.
But yes. So then we've got some notions. This is just kind of our front room. You're greeted by the expanse of yarn here.
Amazing.
We've also got books over there. So this is pretty much all of the fluffy yarns, mohairs, surreys. If it's fluffy, fuzzy, it's going to be here.
Great.
Then we have our yarns pretty much organized by weight.
Okay.
So you've got fingering weight yarn here. The main differentiation between what's in the cubbies and what's on the wall is that 90% of the time the cubbies are commercially dyed. Wall is hand dyed.
Awesome.
Not 100% foolproof, but that's what we go for.
Okay.
So then we transition into sport weight yarns, and then we transition into DK weight yarns. As we just go down the wall, we have a few more samples. We've got a few little bits and bobs, some sale items. This is all worsted weight.
Very nice.
So we have our worsted weight, and then we have plant-based yarns. So anything with a primarily cotton, linen, bamboo, makeup is going to be here. We have a few wool blends, but again, it's going to be primarily a plant-based yarn.
Yeah, that's great for down here.
Yes, it is. And then we've got a little feature here. We've got the brand new Arbor Lodge showing off there as well.
Nice.
And then this is our sit and stitch area. We've also got needles and crochet hooks, other miscellaneous notions that you might need for whatever your crafting is. And then this is where I do the live.
So you're all set up.
We're
right
all set
here
up.
to go live in just a minute, which we get to see you do, which is fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this like stuff that's kind of newer for this week, or like patterns you're featuring?
So we feature a pattern. So there's actually 2 patterns that I pulled for, and I'm going to show combos for it. And then people will send us a DM or call and say, I want the kit that you showed. And we ship it off.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So we have our little coffee bar snack station. Yes.
What did you make here?
That is a homemade chocolate chip banana nut bread.
Okay.
It's very good. We'll have that later.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have our 2 feature walls. So right now we have our good friends like our Sans. We feature 2 of their yarns, the British DK and the BFL sock. So we have that. And then of course we have Spin Cycle.
Very nice.
So Spin Cycle is our wonderful brand new feature yarn. And we have Dyed in the Wool and Dream State and Plum.
Hey, it's Natalie here. Coming up, we are going to see some special items that the Modern Skein carries. But I just wanted to let you know that if any of these yarns catch your eye, the Modern Skein ships everywhere around the world. In fact, they got started as an online business. More on that later in our interview with Sharon. They have the best online presence, and Sharon goes live twice a week on Instagram to feature patterns and yarn. This can be your local yarn store from afar. We're going to look at some of the special things you have here in the store. I know you have some store exclusive colorways.
We do.
So walk us through those. What do you have?
So we have not very much of it left, but we have a little bit of this Moondrake. She created this for our 5-year anniversary. And this is a beautiful color palette. She actually did a fade, and we sold out of all the other colors except for this one, but we still have a few of this left. It's called 5th Anniversary.
Pretty. Where did the color inspiration come from?
So I let Rochelle do her thing. She comes up with all sorts of really cool stuff, and I know she pulled the blue and the gold because I love navy blue and gold, and basically just played around with the rest.
That's awesome. And she's in Oklahoma, right?
She is, yeah.
So kind of a neighbor.
Sort of a neighbor, and we didn't even realize this till, well, I didn't realize this till last year, but I was the first store that ever brought her yarn in as a wholesale.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
I had
special.
no idea. She was like, yeah, this is great. I'm coming back for the 5-year anniversary, and told me that story, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That is full circle.
It is. It is.
Oh.
It's really sweet.
Now, what else do you have up here?
So the other colors that we have is another fade, but this is a custom fade from Red Stag Fiber.
Wow.
So they were all created separately, but they put together really, really nicely. So this is Sharon's palette. Again, I do love navy blue and cream and beige and all the things. So this was the first color. Then he brought in actually Midnight Sky. This was a really fun one that I think we did for maybe one of the Texas yarn crawls as an exclusive, and then decided to bridge the gap with Moody Moon. We have a custom scent from Wax and Wool called Fresh Cast On. It's really, really nice.
Fresh Cast On?
Yes. You'll get to know that I typically have a problem casting new things on all the time when I shouldn't be. It's fine.
It smells great.
It's actually what we burn in the store most of the weekends. So yeah, it's a really fun one.
It's a signature scent.
It is. It
that.
is. We also have, they're not like custom, but we have our name put on little things.
Yes.
Like these little gauges.
Wait, that is a big gauge.
It is a big gauge.
So are you a proponent of large gauge swatches? Or are you casting on the things without?
I may do as I tell you, not as I do, because I just free for all it. But you can learn from my mistakes and actually do a gauge swatch. But we have so many garment knitters here. You have to really do a big gauge swatch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You do, for sure. And then the other things that are super fun, Tuft Hand Balms created us a custom scent, Modern Clean, which is really, really fun. Kind of has like a fresh linen scent.
Oh, that's really nice.
And then, of course, we have our little stickers you can put on your water bottles, all that fun stuff. But the best is our little store mascot, Max the Knitter, illustrated Surrey for us last year. And we launched her at DFW.
Oh my gosh.
She's famous.
That is too sweet. She is too sweet.
She is.
Been darting around the store.
This was a custom from Katrinkles that we did.
Cool.
This was Galveston Island themed.
Oh, neat.
We had kind of an island party going around. We also did some, I think we have sold all of them, but we did some really fun collabs actually with Moondrake, with Suburban Stitcher, and things like that back in 2020. And we had some custom stitch markers that were relevant to like their themes. So for Suburban Stitcher, it was all Louisiana inspired.
Oh, nice.
And then other things. So it was really fun.
As we got to the store early to film our tour, we got to witness Sharon's weekly live. It's actually bi-weekly. Every Tuesday and Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, Sharon is live on the Modern Skein's Instagram. For each live, she puts together a set of patterns and then all different types of yarn that you could use, all of which you can get at the Modern Skein, either in-store or online.
I'm Cathie, and I work part-time at the Modern Skein. I do all of the retail operations involved in the shop when I'm here, and I also occasionally teach classes.
Oh.
So I'm sort of multifunctional. This morning, we have 3 orders to pull.
From overnight.
From overnight. So I'm getting ready to prepare those and pull those orders.
Awesome. Well, we'll walk with you over for the process here.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I'm your Gen Z yarn guide.
I love that. What do you do at the store?
So I do everything from packing orders, straightening up yarn on the wall, putting new inventory in, all sorts of stuff.
Amazing. And who is this?
This is our shop mascot. This is Surrey. She's very much a people cat. She loves people, she loves attention, and she loves the sunshine, obviously.
We are wearing our Tolsta tees. Tolsta Tee is a pattern by Rebecca Clow, and we are hosting a knit-along that's actually still going. And yeah, so we all finished our Tolsta tees. Some of us finished sooner rather than later. Some of us are early achievers. But yes, we're all matching.
Mine is knit in the Red Stag Fiber Cottage Sock in the colors Hebrides, Farragut, and Highland Scotch.
Beautiful. So you did that striping yourself?
I did the striping myself. That's the wonderful thing about this pattern is it's basically a blank canvas for you to play and have fun with.
Wow.
My Tolsta Tee is out of Sandnesgarn Linné in dusty green and pistachio, so for a green on green striping look.
So my Tolsta Tee is the fingering weight version, and I used a new to the shop yarn, which is Camper, which is from Kelborn Woolens. It is a fingering weight 100% wool.
Can you tell us about the history of the store and what made you want to open a store here in Montgomery, Texas?
So the original plan was not to open a store in Montgomery,
Oh.
actually. The original plan, we started online first. So we were not a brick and mortar. We were purely online, shipping locally and abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And the plan was in 2 to 4 years' time, we would open up a storefront in Conroe. That's where we live.
Okay.
And the online store started picking up more and more. And we decided, why not go ahead and open it? And we could not find any property available in Conroe. So we just started calling around, and we stumbled upon this place in Montgomery and decided it would be a great fit. And it's worked out very well.
That's great.
Yeah.
So originally you had like half of what you have now.
Correct. So we're sitting in I'll say the original store right now. So we were about 500 square feet.
And when did you open this
We
storefront?
opened the doors March of 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So we originally opened July of 2017 online, and then opened in March of 2018.
So not even a year.
Not even a year. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
It worked out real well.
And when did you expand to the second part?
We officially opened the doors to the new expansion February of 2020.
Oh, gosh.
So the next few months were a little nerve-wracking, to say the
Definitely.
least, but it has worked out very well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are so good about having such a great online presence.
Mhm.
And I remember learning about you before we came for the first time in It must have been 2019.
Okay.
Because you were just in this part of the store,
Yeah.
which is so amazing.
Yeah.
So what kinds of things do you do, whether it's here in the store or online, that are like community based? I know you have a sit and stitch coming up today.
Correct. So we offer sit and stitches throughout the week. We have Tuesday afternoons, we have Friday afternoons, and then all day on Saturdays.
Nice.
And occasionally, if we have like special events or a author or a designer come in, then sometimes we'll have some special pop-up ones during the week or a late night. But those are just kind of hit and miss. Then we do knit-alongs and make-alongs, crochet-alongs all throughout the year. So we have usually one or two going at the same time, tandem. So no matter if you're looking for hats, accessories, crocheted items, sweaters, there's something you can definitely participate in. And then we do a lot with our Instagram lives. So I go live Tuesday and Fridays every week, featuring 2 to 4 patterns and then different yarns, whether it's something new that just came in the store or maybe the pattern itself is new and what yarns you can use with it. I like to show a lot of substitutes too. If you don't have access to the original yarn that was used in the pattern, what you could use, what you could substitute with, why you want to do that or why not. So just teaching people more about yarn specifics. It's really passionate of mine to really teach people yarn's not all yarns created equal, and why it matters what yarn you pick for different things, and the different types of sheep breeds that are out there, and why you want to pick natural fibers and all that sort of stuff.
How did you learn about that, like yourself?
I kind of stumbled upon it myself, talking with some indie dyers and some farmers of sheep locally, actually, and things like that. And it's just been something I've just really learned about a lot on my own. And it is something from day one I knew I did not want to carry any yarns with acrylic. And we have kept that. We don't carry anything acrylic. We don't carry any petroleum products. The closest thing you're going to find is nylon and a sock yarn. But we keep to all natural fibers, plant-based fibers, different types of animals, things like that. And of course, we really like to show off different breeds of sheep.
What's your favorite sheep breed like right now? Like if you went to like go pick something off the shelf to make something.
Massam.
What is it called?
Massam. So it's
Massam.
Masham.
Okay.
It is a breed of sheep from the Yorkshire region of England, and it has a golden undertone to it. Not all of it. There's a white version as well, but it's beautiful undertone. And it has a really lovely staple length, and it just creates the most gorgeous fabric that there is. I love Massam sheep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've definitely got to see some of that. You have some here?
We do.
Is there anything this year that you're like excited about that's coming up we can share?
Yes. So a couple things. We have our store anniversary coming up at the end of March. I believe it's the 21st, 22nd. That weekend, we're going to have a lot of new exciting yarns in the store.
And what year will that be?
That will be year 7, I think. 7? 6? Cathie?
2018 to 2024?
2024 would be 6.
6 years.
Yes,
That's awesome.
6 years. Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yes. Super exciting. And so we will be launching at that event actually several new yarn brands, one of which is Ritual Dyes.
Ooh.
And we're very happy to be partnering up with Rachel at Ritual Dyes and getting a full collection of their yarn into the shop. And then we're also having a new brand, or not a new brand, it's a brand we know and love here at the shop, but a new base from that brand.
Oh.
And it's red stag fiber, and it's a brand new base called the Manor Collection. So it's very exciting.
That is exciting.
Yes. So it will be launching the weekend of our anniversary.
We'll keep an eye out for that.
Yes, for sure.
Now, what is the best way for people, no matter where they are, if they're not here in Texas, to connect with you, see what new yarns are coming to the store, what new things you're featuring? How can they follow along?
So best way to follow up all of our updates is on Instagram. We are on Instagram as the Modern Skein. We are also on Facebook, but Instagram's better. So then also our website, we have everything laid out. We have all of our information on our knit-alongs, how to participate in the knit-alongs, any special events that we have in store, our trunk shows, because we try to feature a new trunk show every week.
Wow.
No, not every week. Every month
Okay.
we do a new trunk show. And then I mean, coming in the store if you're local is great, but you don't have to. We have customers that consider us our LY or their LYS from all around the world.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you for having us here today.
Absolutely.
It has been so much fun.
Yes.
We're about to get to hang out for longer, and it's just been a wonderful time.
It has.